In my last Trepidation video, we covered the first iteration of the objective rework. Since that video, the system has changed significantly along with a second map being added. In this video, we'll be covering the changes such as a new system surrounding generators, the use of puzzles, and more. The basic foundations of the rework have been altered a fair bit, so I'll explain from scratch how this works. When loading into the game, a bar will appear at the top of your screen. Once preparation is over, the bar will start at 0% and 7 generators will become active, and these are marked by yellow diamonds. Once an active generator is completed, another generator will be activated at random, but only 5 generators can typically be active at once. Each time a generator is completed, the bar at the top of your screen will gain progress depending on how many survivors are in the game. More survivors simply means that more generators must be completed to unlock the exit switch. This system for the generators is currently live across all maps. This may leave you wondering where the puzzles and other aspects come in. You'll be glad to know that the puzzles are still around, but their functions have changed a decent bit from how they were originally. Keep in mind that the puzzles are still only existent in 2 maps as of right now. These are Skeld and School. Key items will no longer be dropped upon completion of a puzzle, and instead the puzzles will now drop a random item ranging from herbs to metal scrap, and will also grant a small amount of removable progress towards powering the exit switch. This is not fully complete at the moment, but is estimated to be anywhere from 5% to 0.5% depending on the amount of survivors in the game. In terms of specific puzzles, there's currently 3 in Skeld with an additional 2 planned. School has 4 puzzles. I'll run you through all these puzzles and explain how they all work. We'll cover the School puzzles first before moving on to the newer Skeld puzzles. Within School, there's currently still 4 puzzles, and these are as follows. The chest puzzle. The chest puzzle is a fairly simple puzzle where you'll be faced with consistent skill checks for a short duration. After hitting all of these successfully, the chest will open and you'll be granted your reward. The drawing puzzle. The drawing puzzle is also fairly simple. This is a drawing of Onryo split into 9 squares. These squares will be shuffled randomly and you'll need to click each square the correct amount of times to complete the drawing. Each click rotates the specific square 90 degrees clockwise, meaning that 4 clicks rotates it back to the original position. Once you've correctly rotated all 9 squares, you'll get your reward. The locker puzzle. The locker puzzle has a little bit more difficulty than the last 2, although still maintaining a level of simplicity. Once entering the locker puzzle, you'll be able to click a post-it note just below the lock. There'll be 4 riddles, each of which correspond to a number. You'll have to solve all 4 of these riddles to gain the 4-digit combination for the locker. Once you've entered all 4 of the numbers, you can click the submit button and obtain your reward. The piano puzzle. The piano puzzle is the most complex out of all the school puzzles. Once entering the piano puzzle, you can click the note placed on top of it to learn the positions of the 4 keys you need to click in order. The note will tell you the position of all the correct notes through a riddle system. There's 2 things you need to pay attention to here. The color and position of the animals described in the note will indicate the location of the keys. For example, a raven is one of the animals used to describe a black key, whereas a swan can be used to describe the white keys. Alongside this, the information about the animal will tell you the position of the key, such as a white wolf sits far behind, indicates that a white key is the farthest left and away from all the other keys, or a raven closes in on the lead indicates the black key closest to the right. Make sure to remember that this system goes right to left, so that right is the start and left is the end. Pressing all 4 keys listed in the note in the correct order will play a short jingle and provide you with your reward. Alongside these puzzles, the exit switch also remains a puzzle. The exit puzzle consists of 9 colored pieces which need to be placed in the correct slots. When hovering over a slot, it will give you a hint to a color, and you have to place that color gem in the correct slot. Once all 9 gems are correctly placed, the exit gates will open. Next up is Skeld. The puzzles in this map are different, which indicates future puzzles are likely to change depending on the map. The number puzzle. The number puzzle is arguably the easiest Skeld puzzle, requiring you to select each number in order from smallest to biggest from 0 to 9. This will then drop your reward. The wire puzzle. The wire puzzle is also a fairly easy puzzle. This puzzle requires you to join 4 wires correctly. These wires are all different colors, and this is the indicator as to which wire goes where. For example, the yellow wire needs to be connected to the other yellow wire. Once all 4 wires are correctly connected, your reward will be dropped. The hexagon puzzle. The hexagon puzzle is a little more complex than the other 2 and requires you to click through hexagons. Each hexagon responds to 2 or more other hexagons on the board, and your job is to try and narrow down the board until you only have 1 red hexagon. This puzzle is very trial and error in terms of figuring out which hexagon changes what. When you get down to 1 red hexagon, you can click on that hexagon and the puzzle will be completed. Alongside this, Skeld has an exit gate puzzle which requires you to override the reactor. This puzzle is a memory game where the green squares will light up, indicating which of the squares on the keypad need to be pressed and in what order. At the start, there's only 1 square per level, but with each completion it scales by 1 to 5 squares per level maximum. You'll be required to pass 9 levels in order to open the exit. And that's the end of this video. I really hope this video clears some of the confusion on the progression of the objective rework and the specific puzzles within it. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to join my community Discord in the description below for events, content updates, suggestions, and so much more. That's all from me. I'll see you guys next time.